The Stoic reason. Most people stay broke forever. Most people think they're broke because they don't earn enough. They're wrong. Epictetus, a man who was literally owned by another human being, figured out the real reason over 2,000 years ago. And it has nothing to do with your salary, your job, or the economy. It has everything to do with one mental error that almost every person on the planet makes every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what that error is, and more importantly, how to stop making it starting today. Epictetus didn't start life with advantages. He was born a slave in ancient Rome. He had no money, no property, no freedom, and yet he became one of the most influential philosophers in human history, and one of the most psychologically free people who ever lived. His entire philosophy was built around one simple but brutal distinction. Some things are up to us. Some things are not. That's it. The whole thing. What's up to us? Our thoughts, our choices, our effort, our response to what happens. What's not up to us? The economy, other people, the market, luck, circumstance. Here's where money comes in. And here's where most people destroy their financial lives without ever realizing it. Think about why most people spend money. Not on food, shelter, or genuine needs, but on the extra stuff, the upgrades, the things they didn't plan to buy. Almost all of it comes down to one thing: managing other people's opinions of them. The new car isn't about getting from A to B, it's about what people think when they see you pull up. The designer clothes aren't about staying warm. They're about the feeling of being perceived a certain way. Epictetus called this the most dangerous trap a human being can fall into. Spending your most valuable resources trying to control something that is fundamentally not up to you. What other people think of you is never up to you. You cannot buy your way into someone's genuine respect. You cannot spend your way into real status. And yet the average person hemorrhages thousands of dollars every year trying to do exactly that. The Stoic solution is not to stop spending. It's to audit every purchase with one question. Am I buying this for me, or am I buying this for them? That one question, asked honestly, will save you more money than any budget app ever could. Here's a pattern you've probably seen, maybe even lived. The market drops. Panic. Sell everything. The market recovers. Buy back in at a higher price. Repeat until broke. Or this one. Unexpected bill arrives. Stress. Impulse purchase to feel better. Credit card balance goes up. More stress. More impulse spending. The cycle never ends. This is what the Stoics called living in reaction. Letting external events dictate your internal state, and then letting your internal state dictate your financial decisions. Marcus Aurelius wrote about this constantly. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is your power. Most people have no space. Something happens financially, and they react instantly, emotionally, impulsively, expensively. The Stoic practice here is deliberate pause. Before any financial decision made under stress or emotion, wait. 1 hour minimum. 1 day if possible. Not because waiting magically solves the problem, but because it moves you from reaction to response. From emotion to reason. From broke to building. The wealthiest people in the world are not smarter than you. They are simply better at not reacting. This one is the most common and the most devastating. Most people are obsessed with outcomes. Make $1 million, get the promotion, build the business, retire early. These are all things that are not fully up to you. You cannot guarantee $1 million. You cannot guarantee the promotion. The market, timing, luck, other people, they all play a role you cannot control. And when you obsess over outcomes you cannot control, one of two things happens. Either you freeze, paralyzed by the gap between where you are and where you want to be, or you chase shortcuts, get rich quick schemes, bad investments, desperate decisions. Because the outcome feels so urgent, you abandon the process. Epictetus had a different framework entirely. He called it focusing on the task, not the prize. You control the actions. You do not control the results. So put 100% of your energy into the actions and release your attachment to the outcome completely. Practically, this means replacing "I want to make $1,000 this month" with "I will send 10 outreach messages every day this week." The first is an outcome. The second is an action. One is up to you. One is not. This shift alone, from outcome focus to action focus, is the single biggest financial mindset change you can make. And it costs nothing. 3 reasons most people stay broke forever. They spend money chasing other people's opinions. They react emotionally to financial stress. And they obsess over outcomes they cannot control instead of actions they can. All 3 come back to the same root: confusion about what is and isn't up to you. Get clear on that distinction, and everything changes. If you want to go deeper on Epictetus and how his philosophy applies to modern life, I've linked his discourses in the description below. You can also grab it free with an Audible trial. Link is down there too. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe. I put out videos like this every week, and drop a comment below telling me which of these 3 patterns you recognize most in yourself. I read every single one. See you in the next one.